Hey YouTubers, RC here with RC67, and I want to showcase a few cars today, two of which I just finished up restoring, and two of which I picked up recently. One I picked up in the wild, and one is a race day car culture release, and it's the Rexy Porsche that everybody is going crazy for. So in my area, these cars are going to be really hard to find. So I went online and I found one. Actually, I got it for $8, so you can't complain about that. And the shipping was only $4. So I'm not going to argue on that one because I've seen them going for $21 and $22 and $23. So I got lucky on that. But I want to showcase what I did. So this first one here, this car here, I picked up at a antique mall just down the road from my house here. And this is a car, I don't know a lot of history of this car, but it's called a cigar box car. And the base of this is metal and is held in place with these little two pins. These actually pull out. So I had to use a little flat head to kind of wedge under there and pull these little pins out. The body was all plastic. These are metal axles, metal wheels, and then the tires are rubber. Everything on this car is original. The only thing I did was strip it down and repaint it. It was kid painted, so it was an absolute mess. So I tried to paint it in a color of the time frame that this car would have raced in. And there's a car color called Racing Green, and I believe Lotus was a car that was racing at that time frame, and they had a car color that they were racing with. It was very similar to this color. So I pulled this apart. I had to gently sand this body down to get all the paint and stuff off of it that was on there. And then I repainted it, cleaned up the axles and the wheels, threw in the base in some CLR, cleaned that up real good, re-chromed the engine, and then put it back together. The window had a little split here in the back, so I had to be really careful when I was putting this all together and trying to sand this down. So, because this window looked like it was going to break apart. It doesn't roll really well. The front wheels do roll. The back wheels are really stiff. So I didn't want, again, I don't want to push it. It's riding right up against the wheel well on the back there, but they do turn. I mean, I can force them to turn, but this is just going to be a little display piece. So anyway, this is the first one I did, and it's just a Formula One Lotus Racer, a cigar box car is what it's called. If anybody knows any history on this, and I can't find really much on it, the only thing I can figure is that maybe sometime in the 50s and 60s, cigar manufacturers were putting race cars in cigar boxes. That's the only thing I can figure. Other than that, I really don't know anything about this car, but if you guys wouldn't mind, if you know something about this car, please let me know in the comments. So, all right, moving along here. This is a Redline, and this was a restoration piece I did. This was a car I found on eBay in a lot of 4 that I have been doing business with a guy for about a year or so now. I find Redlines from him, and then I take them and I restore them. So this one, again, had to pull it all apart. The wheels are new, so I had to replace the wheels. Interior is original. The glass is original. Did clean it up pretty good. It did have a rally stripe on the top. I did not put the rally stripe back on the top. I just painted it all black. This is what's called a light racing blue color. That's the color that I did. So it has a nice metallic color to it. Put deep dish red lines on the back and then some smaller ones on the front here. Did a little detail work here on the tail by redoing the light. Blacked out the front grille here. The base of this was in pretty bad shape, so I had to do a lot of work on this base here. There's still a little tarnish in here I can't quite get rid of. But as a whole, I think this car came out really well. It's going to look great in my collection, and I'm really excited that I've got it. And there's actually a couple more I bought with this, a lot of 4 from the guy off eBay. So there's 2 more coming. There's a Peeping Bomb and a Beatnik Bandit that I'll be working on. And I also found a Twin Mill, which I'll be restoring as well. I got that from the antique store, which is where I also got this green Lotus from. So keep an eye out for those. If you guys want to, I will, if you want to, you can take a look at my Instagram page. I'll post the link below, and you guys can take a look at some of the before and after pictures of these cars. And then this car here is a Case B 2025 treasure hunt for the year 2025 releases that are coming out. This is the Fish D and Chips D. Apparently this is modeled after a Jaguar. And I'll be honest with you, if this wasn't a treasure hunt, I probably wouldn't pick this car up, to be honest with you. One thing, the colors I don't think is really that cool. The car itself isn't bad. If it was a different color, I think it'd be a little bit cooler. But anyway, rumor is that this is a metal base and then this is a plastic body. That's what I have been hearing online with some people. So again, if anybody knows that's a fact, please write that in the comments for me. But anyway, so I got another treasure hunt. So I've got the Case A treasure hunt and the Case B treasure hunt for 2025 that I found in the wild. Pretty excited about that. So my 2025 year off is starting off pretty good for so far as for treasure hunt. So I was pretty excited about that. And then finally, I picked up the Race Day Color Cultural Rexy Porsche 911 GT3R. And this car is been considered one of the hottest ones on the market right now. It's got some beautiful livery. It's got this dinosaur theme, so it's the Rexy meaning Tyrannosaurus Rex. But anyway, there's a lot of guys that reviewed this car, and it's really a really good looking car. I really like it. It's a lot pretty detailed. I do want to get the Mini GT and see, maybe do a comparison once I get that here and compare the two of them. I'll probably open this up and pull them both out. But the Hot Wheels has the green wheels, and the Mini GT has the black wheels. And from what I understand, the green wheels are the wheels that they use when the car is in transport. And the black wheels are the wheels that they use for racing. At least that's what I had heard. So again, if someone knows for sure what that is, please tell me, make sure I get that correct. But nonetheless, I have not been able to find any of these race day cars anywhere. None of them. The entire set's been out. And on the back here, it will show you all 5 of the cars. There's the Rexy there. There's the Corvette there. There's the 2003 Nissan, or 23 Nissan Z GT4, the Bentley, and then the BMW 320 car. So all of these race day cars in my area are not even on the pegs. So I decided I was just going to go ahead and get this car anyways, because this seems to be the hot one. Would love to find the Chase, which is the 005, and it's the Roxy, and it's in pink. So it's basically like the sister to this car. So, but anyway, that's all I've got for today. I hope you guys like what you saw. If you would, please like, comment, or subscribe. I'd like to know some feedback from you guys on some of the cars I've got today. So I hope y'all are doing well, and I hope everyone's having a great end of the year Christmas stuff coming up here. So Merry Christmas to y'all, and probably my next video will be either later this year or early next year. So y'all take care. This is RC with RC67 signing off.